Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of the award-winning Fearless Tarot and the newly released Tarot in Love, Consulting the Cards in Matters of the Heart, which is a wonderful resource for not just understanding your personal relationships, but there's a lot of valuable information in this book about understanding other people in your life in general. So whether they're friends or family or coworkers, this book has a lot of insight into what the cards could be describing about those people you're most concerned with. It is time for this week's Oracle reveal. So earlier today on Instagram, I placed up a photo of 3 different animals, and I asked you to use your intuition and ask yourself which animal is calling to you, because that animal has your message. And the animals were the honeybee, the cat, and the Wolverine. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal is calling to you, because that animal has your message. So for those of you who picked the honeybee, the card says, let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. And this animal archetype could be coming to you today to just indicate that it's time to rise above. It's telling you that there is going to be a lot more that gets done through cooperation and harmony with other people rather than stinging them or standing on your high ground. The honeybee could also tell you that conflicts or difficulties with other people could be sapping your energy. It could be affecting your ability to get busy with the really important things. So I think for honeybee, this is going to be a week for you where you really want to prioritize, where am I putting my energy? Is this even important? And if it isn't, maybe it's time to release it. First card for honeybee is where it's best to place your focus. And we actually get the Two of Wands, which is long associated with ambition. The Two of Wands will sometimes indicate that at this time in your life, you're going to feel that the status quo just doesn't cut it anymore, and that it's time to grow or ascend. Sometimes the Two of Wands can also indicate this yearning for something more. It's important that you're listening to your inner self, especially if it is pushing you to greater heights. So Two of Wands can be a great card, but sometimes it can be a little bit difficult if especially you aren't ever satisfied with what you get. So sometimes there's an insatiable quality to this card where it's like no matter what you achieve, what you get, what goes your way, you're constantly looking at that next horizon as that thing that's going to bring you this fulfillment. So I feel that this is a time to get harmonized in yourself. And when we couple that with the opening message of the honeybee, the conflicts you might be finding in some of your relationships around you might be originating from within. And maybe it's time to get back in harmony within your own self before assessing or directing your attention toward the external relationships that are around you. Second card for honeybee is where the advice from your inner wisdom is going to come in, and we get another Wands card, which is the Eight of Wands. And this is a card of speeding up, movement, direction. And we have 2 Wands cards here. Wands in the tarot, they're like little tree branches with these leaves sprouting out at the top of them. These are indicating for honeybee that it's time to grow. It's time to get to that next level. It's also going to be a time where once you create some harmony within your own self, your inner wisdom is just going to shoot you towards your goal. You're just going to achieve it at such a quicker pace. Also notice that the wands that are flying through the air on the Eight of Wands are all in alignment. They're all like arrows that are about to hit their target. So again, this is a time to not have your energy be too scattered or messy, and especially not involved in conflicts with others, but focused and clear on what your goal is. And then the mythic archetype that's going to help the honeybee is Hemera. She is the goddess of the day. And she just reminds you that every day is an opportunity to begin anew. And this might be just a time for you to really just allow yourself to let go of the old grievances of the past and to start over. It might also be time to reintegrate yourself in some sort of daily practice that's going to get you towards your goal, instead of getting distracted or messed up with some of these other extraneous things. Next, we're going to go into the cat spirit, and this card says, it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. Cat is independent. And if you're attracted to cat this week, this could be a time where you're not looking to others for permission or validation or the go-ahead, but instead you're saying, you know what, I can make up my own mind as to when it's time to act on my own goals. Cats are also very nonchalant. They're not needy or dependent on you to just give them this love or attention. Well, my cat can sometimes be like that. But cat could just indicate that this is a time to really be kind of in your own emotional space, to know when it's time to unplug and not to constantly saturate a relationship or a concern with your focus or your need or desire. So I just think that you want to wear this as sort of a loose cloak, whatever your situation you're struggling with is, and take it off at the end of the day. First card for cat is where it's best to place your focus, and we get the Eight of Pentacles, which is long associated with work, productivity. It's also the card of the daily grind. And so this could indicate that things are going to be most successful for you when you do the work, but most importantly, when you do the work consistently, when you are constantly putting forward your best effort. This isn't going to be a time to be hot or cold or this or that. Also, the cat could be saying it's time to be more productive by detaching from some of the concerns that have been just in your mind and prevailing over all your best intentions. So it's a time to get organized. It's a time to get focused. It's a time to find what recipe works for you and then daily just apply that best effort. Advice from your inner wisdom, if you pick the cat, is the Queen of Cups. And she's the archetype for our feelings, our emotions. She's telling you to make time for feeling. And if this has been a very productive time or a time when you're really pushing to get something going, the Queen of Cups could say you also need to take a break, a breather, and time to really feel your feelings. It might also be time to get alone or on your own in order to get clear on what your emotions are most telling you. And then the mythic archetype that's going to help you is Iris. She's the goddess of the rainbow, but she's also the messenger goddess in Greek mythology. This could indicate that there's signs, signals, messages finding their way to you when you listen to your intuition, your feeling, your heart. That is going to be so important to get the message. And then finally, we got the Wolverine animal spirit. And this card says, you're a lot tougher than you think. And Wolverine is a fighter. It picks his battles, and it doesn't just waste its energy on any old situation. It can really come up when you are fighting for something that is vital, important, and it might also be an animal archetype that is going to be establishing boundaries. First card for Wolverine is where it's best to place your focus, and we get another queen, the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a card of confidence. She's also a card of presence. She's the actress of the tarot. Sometimes she tells us that we have to fake it until we make it. We have to act as if. And when we couple that with the Wolverine message, it might be a week where you're acting stronger than you might feel. You might also be showing up with more courage in your heart. It's funny, but when we wear our feelings, when we embody something that we're desiring, it changes the energy. It changes how other people react to us. And sometimes the Queen of Wands can teach us that maybe people are reacting to us in less than empowering ways because that's the energy we're wearing. And we need to be really careful with what we're showing other people and how we're asking them to treat us. Next card is going to be advice from your inner wisdom. And we got a third queen. How interesting, the Queen of Pentacles. Female figures for Wolverine are going to be really vital or important this next week. It also might be time to think of your own feminine heroes, women that you look up to or admire, and embody their best qualities. The Queen of Pentacles is telling you that all is growing as it should, and you need to be patient with yourself and this process at this time. But with these powerful queen cards, this could be a time when you're really getting ready in the morning and you are visualizing that you're putting on your crown. You are standing in your majesty before you're handling whatever's before you. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you with all this is another queen, Rhea. She is the queen of the Titans. She's the mother of Zeus, the king of the gods. And Rhea is all about protecting your space. She's also an archetype of being protective of yourself and doing yourself the service of being your own best advocate, standing up for what you know is right. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can always check me out at elliotoracle.com. I have signed copies of Tarot in Love available there, and also signed copies of Fearless Tarot. Otherwise, I hope you all have a safe and happy week, and I will see you again next time, so take care.